Wonderful big Glasgow ACME Comic-Con welcome to the one and only Rose Tyler herself, Miss Billie Piper. Entrance more than anything else. I think there's a right here. Oh, there we go. See that right? There we go. It wasn't. I possibly should have given you a heads up on that one, but what I do love is that everybody kept applauding and they were just like, a little bit more, but he just needs a little bit more before going on.
This is like between two ferns. Have you ever seen that?
I have seen between. Let's not go down that route though, because I don't want to be. Oh my god! I actually have a clipboard here as well. It would be so awkward. No, I'm not doing it. No. It is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, can I just be slightly unprofessional for just 1 second? Just 1 second. Okay. And we're back in the room. Okay, so hello. Have you been to Glasgow or something before?
I have. I've been there for some
Really?
and I spent a lot of time with him.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's actually fine that I'm just in and out today, otherwise I would have been a bit sad to just arrive and left immediately, which is what I'm going to do. But I have had a great time here as well.
Well, first and foremost, it is amazing to have you here. It is amazing that I get to talk to yourselves. This is a big moment for me. Because, as I mentioned just backstage, for many people, including myself, you were our first companion with our first doctor. And
yeah, she's a fine one.
I turned 40 this year, so that's actually hurt me a little bit as well.
Last week, so 2 years on you.
You don't look. You don't. If anything, it's the big division really because all the way back in 2005, when the show was coming back, obviously Doctor Who was big in its time. It kind of stopped around 1999, and then we got Paul McGann. Was there pressure to bring the show back? Did you feel any trepidation coming back into such a big show?
I did, but if I had been a fan of the show before, I think I would have felt a lot more scared because I had no understanding of the fandom. At a time where British TV hadn't done a great deal of that, I was trying to elevate the show from in-camera effects, which some were, questionable and charming, for sure, but I know we would elevate that. And so we were working on a tech for the first time, and that takes a lot of time out of the budget, a lot of pressure on people to work quickly and there's obviously a lot of money being spent, and so I think there was definitely space for joy, but it was also quite, I can definitely sense retention and people getting it right.
Yeah, which is fine.
Totally fine, and completely appropriate response, given that they were trying to relaunch one of the UK's biggest, most iconic shows.
Yeah. I mean, there's still people that even before the show returned instantly knew what a Blue Police Box was. There was that fan base always, and it was always in the cultural zeitgeist that they know what a TARDIS is, what a Dalek is. And then we have the Ninth Doctor return, we have Rose as the companion, and you went from Christopher Eccleston to this Scottish fellow, what's his name, David something or other. God, I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of dropped off, didn't he? He did a couple of seasons and then just gone. I think he's playing a gambler or something there somewhere. What was the move going from Christopher leaving to David coming in? Because that's...
Move. I don't know what the ACME was like. I was excited because I actually planned to leave after Eccleston told me he was leaving.
Oh.
This is something we've done together, and you know it's been hard, and we're bonded in that way, and I can imagine doing it in events. And then they were like, just meet him. And then I met David, and I was like, okay, this is going to be good. He's great. He's more than great. And what was sort of fortunate for him, I think, was that the show had been a success. It gone really well. So he could just come in. Also, he's like the biggest Doctor Who fan. So he was literally bouncing off the walls. He's been obsessed with himself his entire life as a child, no adult. And then the show was a success, so he's walking into success. And so yeah, we were really pumped up on life.
Because I've seen many of the paintings furnished through the DVDs, and it did look like that. Obviously, that's what he said, professional photographer, camera, but he just cracks jokes and is able to bring levity to any sort of filming situation. It just seems to have that joy of being there.
He absolutely loves acting. You know, I don't know many actors actually who love it like that. I feel like people get quite long in the tooth about it, it's cynical, it's spoiled, just lose the magic of it. I haven't worked with him for a while, but I'm pretty certain he's still like on the scene.
Yes, there is.
You know, there is a chance he might not have those season then. I know I certainly don't, I've got three. So, it was my early 20s, his early 30s.
And if he does not have that energy now, he is a master actor for trying to fake it. Because when he came back for the 60th anniversary as an older version of that Doctor, it's like the same Doctor, I know. But when he came back, he still had that energy to run and leap.
What, the recent one?
Yes.
Oh my god, he looks amazing.
Yes.
Also, did he look tanned?
He does.
This version of the Doctor went sunbathing before returning to the Doctor.
No, he doesn't look tanned.
No, George on my album, well trained man.
Right, still giving, like,
He does.
Really
It's annoying. It's so annoying. Whatever he is doing, somebody make him stop it, because he's making the rest of us almost 50-year-olds look bad, just by comparison. And David may return, but you've also returned as well. You're finished on the second series, which, by the way, that last scene with you and David on the beach makes me cry every single
I put
time.
rain bars in my bag anyway, I can grab.
Nah, I just switch off. I don't cry, I just switch off.
He usually love looking
I
at me.
remember how sad it was for me, so it's like,
It's big, isn't it?
I guess it's a stomach lurch when I see it, just remembering how
God.
little we were and how
We all do the big thing.
David, and the idea of having made the decision to leave, how devastating it was. So it was like acting, but it was also like, it was real life. It felt like it felt kind of free when it was you.
Yeah. But then again, that also made it a lot more sweet when, spoiler alert, the character did return. It's someone who hissed at that. I gave a spoiler warning.
Yeah, but
is that when the character returned, now I did hear something about this, and I want to see if you can confirm or deny this. It's not bad, I just want... So on the scene where Rose appears at the end of the street, and the doctor or David sees you, and then starts running towards you, before the cutaway to the Dalek, apparently there was a section where they filmed up to a point, and then they just said cut, but David still ran into your arms and you just cuddled and hugged for the longest time. Did that actually happen?
I should know the answer.
You've been swept up in the moment, right?
She doesn't remember.
We did. We were very happy and very really tight mates. And also, the size of the show was such a... We became like really very famous overnight, really.
Yep.
And we weathered a lot of that together. But, you know, the good sides, but also the anxiety that came with it. And so we were trauma sounds far-fetched, but becoming famous in that way was something I tried to get away from when I was singing. It did feel traumatic a bit, and so we were in a sort of trauma bond, I think, in the movies. And we were very much there for each other. So yeah, sorry. In answer to your question, I can't remember. Probably yes, that sounds like something that would have happened. Yeah.
It's totally
Sorry.
No,
It's
sorry.
because I know how different Crown Arts in the series, and I know the study and how much it gets watched and paused and replayed and I have my own stuff like that as well, so I know what it feels like to be super but I don't, sometimes I'll forget things before you guys.
That's totally fair. Time moves on, and for us, it's a moment that will last on a DVD. For yourself, it was something that happened one night on an empty street. There's a big difference there.
It's so funny.
Good afternoon, I'm Nico. Fans will be having a great day with us today. Just to let you know that the photo shoot with Tim Downey is taking place at 3:50. That's the photo shoot with Tim Downey is taking place at 3:50.
Do you go back and watch like your own episodes, or do you watch like the Marcus scenes or the Donna scenes, or just like if it's on the TV and just watch it?
Any tickets that have been purchased on the day for Tim Downey should come back for...
I know this. He does that.
Pre-purchase photo shoot tickets with Tim Downey.
Anybody with pre-purchase photos, listen to this man. For everybody else, we're trying to do a panel here. Do you not know who's sitting across from me? I'm not telling the wrestlers to shut up. They'll come in and suplex me through the stage. What were you talking? You said that you were watching Matt's.
I watched Matt's stuff because that's really fine. So I was watching stuff, and then I watched the most recent stuff as well. And then occasionally I'll catch, bits of our stuff wherever I see it.
On the iPlayer or whatever.
And actually I rewatched an episode or two when I did finish because I wanted to remember what she sounded like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because my sons were like, okay. Actually, when they were little, I tried to show them, they got really frightened that my mum and I was doing what seemed like really frightening stuff. They couldn't separate me from I was at, so they didn't quite make sense of it. So they never really sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
And I tried to show it to my daughter since she gets very scared.
It literally is one of those shows where, and it is the stereotype of Doctor Who, you do hide behind the sofa when...
I know people here today, they're like, I was watching it when I was 5. if there's anything scary, it's sad in the movie. I don't know if you're aware of it, but if there's something sad, she gets it, I can't watch it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
That's just every movie now.
You can watch every movie before.
That's just the journey of movies now, the stories.
I am going to open it up to the audience in the next few minutes. One of my lovely colleagues will be running around with the microphone, so if anybody does have a question, and I'm going to give you a heads up, we are not going to be able to get through everybody, but we will try our best. If you want, just raise your hands now, and just, if you, oh boy, yeah, you have a challenge. But we'll get to you just 1 second. There is just one other thing that I want to ask you, is that your return for, well, technically your return for the 50th anniversary was, and I'm a big Stephen Moffat fan, and I find his writing just amazing. Did he write that part with yourself in mind to bring those back?
And he sort of ran up past me to see if I felt like it was something that I wanted to do. And I was really excited about it because obviously it felt very different.
Yeah. And not only did you get back with David, you were there with Matt and with John Hurt as well.
Yeah, it was so fun. We drank wine and saw it rollies together.
Doesn't make it whatever there was. Wine and roadies with the doctor, which is the best. Oh, that sounds amazing.
John Hart, yeah. I know.
But there we go. If that ever comes up in a pub quiz, you're welcome. And that, see, it's those type of things that I love doing comments like this. I mean, it's not to take good for issue. What was it like filming back there? Well, John Hurt could roll a mean cigarette. That's all I'm going to say. What type of wine was it that John Hurt was doing? Was it red wine or what a classy guy. Here's my lovely colleague. There you are. Right, pick hand in the hand and close to it.
I did it last week, and I noticed that people like squeezing in 4 questions, which meant that most of the other kids didn't get a chance. So just 1 question.
We'll keep this 1 question per hand, and we'll try and get through these as much as humanly possible. We have got 20 minutes. Go.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I just wrote this. What was your favorite episode, like film, but like David or Christopher?
Favorite episode to film again? My favorite episode to film was Tooth and Claw with David.
Hey, okay.
Okay. It was just genuinely funny script, and the cast were great, and we spent most of our time running away from that guy dressed in green light.
Oh, for the walls, of course.
And I don't know why that was so much, but yeah, it was great.
And your Scottish accent, flawless. Oh, it was 10 points. Because every time I think of that, I just imagine David just going, no, don't do that. No, don't. Seriously, don't. And where's the microphone there? There you are, lovely. So who do you have next? Right here, lovely.
Who's your favorite film?
Don't say Alex or Simon. Really? Oh my. The Betty Carefully.
Yeah. And do you have a favourite villain that may have appeared later on in in later series?
Well, obviously the angels were frightening, I think.
Yeah.
The Sandra was funny, and she obviously really fun to play, but also just quite satisfying to read and then watch. Whereas the angels, that was genuinely frightening.
Stephen Moffat has this amazing ability of taking normal things like statues, dust, Wi-Fi into something truly
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, that.
That's
awful fight.
Yeah.
Because it's so close to your world. That when you post it in that way,
Yeah, I can't fucking stand it.
it's
Never believed it. Never believed it. My lovely producer. There you. It's like where's Wally, but you're not a Wally. You're doing a marvelous job. Next up there, please. Thank you.
was going to be, then it wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Billie. But everyone in the ACME school is freaking out right now. My question is actually about Scoop. Now that they're doing a mini-series based on the same events, if you could revisit Sarah McAllister for a
I'm sure.
mini-series, what would you want to explore about her life?
There was a run in which there was no,
You're right.
no companions from Kelvin.
1976 to 1984 at least. Yep. Leela to Turbo. Yep.
anything.
That's what I want.
It's just captivating. She is
Question is, I have some scripts.
such a sense for life that
Christmas special.
Yeah, sure.
unfortunately, she often finds herself in different situations where she gets to learn a huge amount about the way people behave but maybe I want to go back in time and watch her as a barrister. She was a barrister before she became the journalist at Newsnight. The journalist book at Newsnight. So I'd like to see her in the criminal world, in the legal world. I think it would be fascinating. Because again, it's a world that isn't totally in line with who she is, both emotionally, spiritually, and aesthetically. So it would offer up another great story, I'm sure.
I hope that answers your question. Thank you. Where is he? This. You keep hiding on me. I love this. Right, next up, please.
What was it like to watch David act like Cassandra?
Watch David act like Cassandra.
Good idea.
My dog had one.
He does that quite well in life. It's like he can be quite theatrical.
Theatrical.
I've kind of seen it before, but we're all very successful.
Next question.
I'm lost. Where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Where are you?
There's like a floodlight.
Yeah.
I'll hold it.
No, that's fine.
Well, speaking of characters called Cassandra, you were in Chaos recently. What was that like?
That was really fun because first of all I got to work with Georgie backstage, who is the director of my ACME, and we get on really well, and I love working with her. And then obviously Charlie as a writer is really exciting, and the world of the gods is something I've really sort of taken with, or at least I was as a kid. And it was just fun to play someone. I feel very emotionally connected to that Cassandra because I think, metaphorically it speaks to a lot of the experience of a woman. But also it was great to play someone that was kind of quite frightening and unhinged and also soulful.
Tommy, hold it.
Yeah, it was,
No, I'm sitting here just passing me. You're doing the question.
No, wait, one.
It's just like, what a life. It's so fun.
It's a tough life sometimes, isn't it?
It is.
Next up. This is so much fun to watch.
Hi, I
There. That's why I walk with.
and there are so many, for a lot of that show, you're in this very extreme, just emotional, devastating state.
Yeah.
So from an acting standpoint,
yeah, it's kind of psychologically weird to be cheap. This is why it's hard to do jobs like that. I don't think you do it more than a handful of times in your career. To cheat your body into feeling you're traumatized or in pain, you have to sort of somehow, or at least that job. And to be honest, on a personal note, I was going through a lot, so I found it a very useful way to expel a load of my personal feelings and experiences, even though that wasn't my fight on a personal level. I had something else running parallel in the background, so it was cathartic in that way. But it is a weird and kind of perverse thing to find a way to harness emotions and then use them, and it's just a bit it's maddening, and probably quite damaging if you did it for a long time. But yeah, you got to take care of yourself and times like that. But yeah, I mean, it was also, I think also because I loved the cast, I loved the process of making that show, and I was really well aware of the fact I was working with some of the best people in that game, and so I just felt so gassed for that. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, even though it was a bit of a mental torture.
Did you find that, you said that you channeled a lot of stuff that was going through yourself, did you find it very, not therapeutic, but a way to help work through that through a character to kind of let that out of your system? Or did it compound more for you?
Yeah, I think it was a way for me to be as sad and as angry without it being, in my domestic setting. There is something about that in terms of becoming an actor. If you've got that sort of access to your emotions, which I have done all my life, and then sometimes you kind of use that, I don't want to call it a skill or a gift because in many ways it's problematic, but use that creatively. It can sometimes really
So you get an answer.
like therapy.
Like
The older I get, the less.
because there is no
It feels something I'm going to do more privately as opposed to on the stage in London. That feels less feeling.
I'm feeling really tired and stressed. Give me a howl picture play. Doesn't really work like that.
That's exactly right. Let's show everyone it's I was crying home.
Oh, we've got a young 10th Doctor over here. Here's the question for yourself. Yeah, lovely.
What was it like returning for the 50th Doctor
It was awesome. And it felt, what was really thrilling about it was that it felt like
And then he just looked and went, oh no. Is it coming? Is it coming?
There you go. One question.
One question.
so full of fans.
Then he tried to do it. Thank you.
One nice question.
I'll give it.
And also wrap up a few storylines of that.
And obviously I got to be with my mates, so it's just great.
You said that like
It's a normal thing, it's not, but it's great.
Yeah. And we fans, we left it up. There were so many good performances in there, so many good stories. We got to see.
John Hurt was always
So is he.
Medium size.
No, so is he.
On a little side note, did it feel, and I understand why, but did it feel a little bit bad that Chris Eccleston didn't want to return for the 50th?
It did, but I got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise to me, because I knew that he left that experience very happy, and so
which best would
I'm surprised he's doing big things at all.
Mental or physical
Yeah, it's a separate company.
where you just keep popping up for me. Thank you. Next question, thank you.
Hi, my question is, throughout the extended wonderful careers you've had, through the music, the TV, and the Big Now Big Finish stuff, what would you say is your favourite moment and least favourite moment?
Favourite moment and least favourite moment throughout your career?
Towards the end of my music career was a bit of a low point for me professionally because I was so burnt out and so relieved. So I would say that was the low point. And then with the acting, it's hard to choose because each moment of my life as an actor has been quite diverse. So coming out of the gate on Doctor Who felt like, that was so great. And I remember being like crying on the phone to my friend on the night that we launched it at this St. David's Hotel in Cardiff and just being like, so that was amazing. But then there have been, I've been fortunate. I loved doing glamour even though it was a very challenging time personally. I loved what it gave me and I got to go to New York and do a play in New York and it was like a dream come true. But then I loved doing Company Season, which by the way you guys should watch if you haven't seen.
Yes.
Because there's some Doctor Who sort of references in there that can satisfy that side of things.
Yeah. And I was actually going to say, if anybody hasn't seen this, I discovered this during lockdown that the National Theatre has an app where you can see some live stage shows. The David Tennant, Much Ado About Nothing is phenomenal, but Billie, you've also appeared in some plays on there as well. You owe it to yourself to see this wonderful actor on the stage. You are a phenomenal stage actor, and I mentioned that to you at your table when I said hello. I'm mentioning this to you now. Treat yourself. That is all I am going to say on that.
It's really depressing.
It is, but you see you.
I just said it's a treat, but it's definitely, make sure you're with the right person and, and it's got tissues and stuff.
I meant more in your range, but yes, you're 100% correct. Yeah. We got time for a couple more questions, so I will shut up and we'll start up with a few more. Right over there. Thank you.
Hi Billie, welcome to Glasgow, the friendly city in Scotland. The question yourself is...
Is that what they say? That's not experience.
What was it like working with the Taylor Scottish actor John Barron who played Captain Jack Harkness on the stage with him and David Tennant?
So is he when he gets back over to the island and then the accent comes through?
The accent is really good. But it's so good, the accent.
He is good.
I hope they're not aware.
For me, it was really good working with him.
My heart is sick.
I love my time with him.
It's in here.
Yeah, I mean, just
Vietnam flashback.
I just remember that there was one of my favourite behind the scenes thing of, I think it's in the third series where Jack comes back and it's David and Dr. Martha and Captain Jack in the back of the car.
She's getting flashbacks to him.
John just stepping into the car, just going, David, I brought cake. And David just going, ooh. I love seeing stuff like that.
I hope that person's not aware.
infectious energy. And it was a nice combination of having Chris there, who is intense and, a lot of sort of dry humour and brooding. And then John, who's just nothing like that. So it was nice to have, I was having quite a different experience with two brilliant artists,
I'm trying not to laugh.
It was fun for me to be here
I don't think that man has a brooding bone in his body, does he? I meant John.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh dear.
There's 3 actors.
No. I can't see it. Where did you get there? You are, lovely.
And Adam. He's another one.
On the way round tackle.
It's fine.
I'll probably go back and have a proper chat with him tomorrow. What time? He's quite hours.
Tips for acting? Sorry.
Okay, so my tip for acting is always make sure you're out living your life, because that's where you're going to inform every person you play. Don't be on your phone too much because it's an energy sapper and it's not going to teach you what real life experiences can teach you. I mean, that's just anyway. I constantly say this to my kids, and they hate it, obviously. But I think as an actor, you got to be in there, out there, and immersing yourself in human life and human experience. And that's as much of the work as, watching plays and, watching movies, even though that is integral. Live your life, because that's where you get all the stuff. Make sure that when you play a character, little things like, you have to think about their ailments, think about the weather, and what that does to the human body, think about the conditions that you're in, think about all the elements that affect the way a person behaves. Sometimes I think when you read the script and you rely solely on the script for clues, and actually there's writers sometimes miss that stuff, and I think that's what sets people aside. And then don't make it a blood sport. It's not about competition, and it can become horribly competitive. But there are actors who are working all the time and frankly aren't great actors, and then there are actors who are absolutely amazing and not working that much, and that's just those really annoying, unfair injustices, but so don't have it as a measure to your success. Yeah, and good luck, because it can be very difficult.
It was very succinct and very honest.
Well, I think that I was good at acting, so I guess.
Very true. So we've got time for just a couple more questions. I'm going to get one over here, and then my lovely colleague, there's a little girl, there's a girl there in a blue jumper. She's going to get the last question. Okay. So the question over here for now.
So this is really exciting for me because obviously you're my favorite companion.
Aren't you? Hang on,
Did you know what he
I'm just wondering, so imagine you're just sitting at home and then you just got to bring on the phone and say, would you like to come back to Doctor Who for a couple more episodes? What would you say to that?
Yes.
If somebody knows Russell T movies, could you give him a call? I'm sure Billie and Shooty would be, oh my god, that would be amazing.
I would like to see that.
I feel like
Let's be honest, Russell's probably the victim.
Take
No
this
time.
really theatrical turn where there's music on and people are dancing and singing, and it just feels, I like the way it's headed in terms of production.
I would like to see her in the show together. Sounds like a good film.
We need to make this happen. We have to make this happen. We need to start trending a hashtag on Twitter, dancing Billie for Doctor Who. No, that doesn't sound right, does it?
That's the one who's
The dancing rose for Doctor Who.
well and truly over.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll figure something out.
Someone is well and truly over lifting of the show.
Oh yeah.
I just got Billie Piper at Doctor Who and the energy level of
Yeah,
lads
yeah.
merging one thing.
I want to shoot them.
Oh, the Red Hot Billie Piper, as in like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Stand yourself up. Stand up. Applaud this person. Applaud. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love your work. Beautiful.
Okay, we fucking love it.
There's so much love in this room. So much love. Last but not least, right there. What, are we all set and ready to go? Excellent. There we go.
Yeah, we did it. We do guys at Billie.
She doesn't have to.
Oh, tag at me, didn't we?
Which one? Which actor?
Oh, were you friends with your... I'm supposed to be friends with your mom. That's going to be the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, it was really well done. Thank you for the question. The reason
You're going to...
Yeah, of course.
Did you take that?
with Mum.
I need to redo it.
She just said it.
I mean, Camille,
Let me redo it.
the life and work merge. Yeah,
It's been a long day.
She's amazing, and yeah, I mean, I basically treated her like my mum. Again, it was that thing of we all felt like we were part of something, and so we became very close and we sort of clung to each other. And actually, her daughter, I cast her daughter in this film that I wrote and directed, so I've seen her kids grow as well, and she knows a great deal about my kids, and she's given me relationship advice, and we've hung out, and it's always so easy with her. I absolutely love Camille. She's truly one of a kind. Do you like her?
Yeah. Everybody needs a mom like Jackie. Actually, when you think about it, no, we do. Yeah.
Super sandwich.
Super sandwich. And on that note, folks, we're going to have to, again, apologies we couldn't get around to all of you, but Billie is here for the rest of the day if you want to go get an autograph, ask a question. Everybody, big round of applause. We're going to see set up for the cosplay competition happening in the next